Hello, folks. Today we got a matchup between Lehigh University and Lafayette University in baseball. Game should be starting at 3 o'clock. We are broadcasting this today on behalf of the Lehigh Student Broadcasting Club. Calling today, you have me, Zachary Porter, and then my partner, Jaden Yohai.
Hello, guys. What's up?
And now let's meet the starting lineups. First for the visiting Lafayette Leopards. Batting first baseman number 6, Kyle Shimoleski.
Lehigh's been in a
Hitting
tough
second
six-game
baseman number 8,
slide
Patrick Vanderberg.
lately. They've gotten 11 and
Third,
14
right fielder
on
number
the
24,
season, but their six-game
Pete
losing
Truffaut.
streak has dropped their record
Hitting
quite a
cleanup, the
bit.
designated hitter number
Lafayette's
16,
also
Michael
struggled a
Zerlo.
little bit this year, 5 and 20
Batting fifth,
overall,
playing third
2 and
base,
3
number
in
5,
conference
Safe
play.
Ingram.
So this should be a
Hitting
matchup
sixth, the
between
catcher
two
number
ball
2,
clubs that
Ethan
are
Swidler.
struggling to get wins right now.
Batting seventh, the
Yeah,
shortstop,
Jaden, they're
number
both looking to
23,
get some momentum
Blaze
here. This is
Fadio.
a big rivalry matchup between the
Hitting
two
eighth, the left fielder
schools.
number 27, James
And this
Salta.
matchup right here will kick off a
Batting ninth, the
4-game
center fielder
series
number
between the
14,
two
Parker
teams
Walsh.
that will be happening over the next 3 days.
And pitching for Lafayette, number 31, Pat Waliga.
Got pretty good weather
Leopards
today. A
are
little
led
bit
by head
chilly
coach
with the
AJ
wind, but
Miller.
overall
He's assisted
nice.
by Ryan Luke,
About
Scott Roche,
55 degrees
and
out.
Alex Armando Diaz.
Got
With
a mild chance of rain.
Yes. Maybe as we get into this game at like
And
4
now
o'clock.
let's meet the starting lineup for your
Hopefully not,
Lehigh
though. We're
Mountain
hoping for the
Hawks.
best.
Yep.
Batting first, center fielder number 1, Jake Whitlinger. Hitting second, the shortstop number 10, Tyler Young. Batting third, first baseman number 23, Casey Rother. Hitting cleanup, the third baseman number 34, Rafe Parrish. Batting fifth, left fielder number 3, Jared Sweeney. Hitting sixth, the catcher number 19, Justin Butler. Batting seventh, right fielder number 4, Andrew Cole. Hitting eighth, the designated hitter number 12, Joe Gorla. Batting ninth, playing second base, number 2, Dom Patrizi. And pitching for the Mountain Hawks, number 37, Teddy Tolliver. The Mountain Hawks are led by head coach Sean Leary in his 28th season, and he is assisted by Patrick Knight, Tyler Nealon, and Trey Dura. Now please rise and kindly remove your hats as we honor America, its freedom, and those who protect it with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, and with the conclusion of our national anthem, we should be get started in this baseball
Under
game
Armour is proud
soon.
to outfit Lehigh baseball in the world's most innovative footwear, uniforms, and training gear. Visit
Pitching for
Euro.com
Lehigh
for
today,
links,
we have
order,
number
or
37, right-handed pitcher Teddy Tolliver.
We would also like to recognize
Yeah, he's had a great season so far. He's 1-0 with a 1.5 ERA.
medicine and health offerings of our partners.
So he's going to look to shut it down in the first inning for Lehigh here.
Visit
Yep, he's got 17 strikeouts and just 10 walks over his 18 innings pitched. Certainly part of Lehigh's formidable rotation this year.
Yes. this should overall be a pitching matchup because Lafayette's also throwing their best pitcher on the year.
Got Pat Waliga on the mound for Lafayette, who we'll see in the bottom of the first.
Yes. He's got an ERA of 2.19, so it might be safe to say that there might not be too many runs today as both teams are pitching their ace in the first game of this 4-game series.
Yeah, hopefully we get to see some scoring here. I'd like to see an exciting game, but this is going to be a strong pitching matchup for sure.
Definitely.
Up first for Lafayette, we have number 6 right-handed first baseman Kyle Shimoleski.
Leading off, first baseman number 6, Kyle Shimoleski.
Kyle's got a 281 average on the year in 64 at-bats. And here comes the first pitch of the game, and it's in there for a strike.
Good pitcher to start off. Always good to start the first batter of the game with the strike. Don't want to put him on base.
Of course, you want to get ahead in that count. And here comes the pitch, and he's going to lay off that for ball 1. 1-1 count right here for Shimoleski. And here comes the pitch. And that's in there for strike 2.
That looked like a bit of an off-speed pitch. Definitely confused the hitter there a little bit.
Yeah, like to see Shimoleski pounding the strike zone early. This is good. And here comes the 1-2, fouled back. Shimoleski staying alive there with a swing to foul it off.
Yeah, you got to be in protect mode here with 2 strikes. 1-2 count.
And here comes the pitch. And that'll be a ball outside. Couldn't get him to chase there. Now it's a 2-2 count.
Good eye there. Tough pitch to lay off.
Oliver may try to punch him out right here. Here comes the pitch. And a check swing, but the first base ump says that he went, and that is out number 1 for Lehigh. Tolliver's first strikeout of the game on the first batter. It's a good way to start right there.
Second baseman number 8, Patrick Vanderberg.
Up next for Lafayette, we have left-handed hitting second baseman number 8, Patrick Vandenberg. And the first pitch is in for a strike again. Tolliver again starting out the count at 0-1. He's attacking these hitters, and he's attacking them early. Here comes the 0-1. And he takes it for strike number 2.
Good spot there. Low and on the outside corner. Really tough pitch to hit.
Indeed. And here comes Tolliver into his windup. Here's the pitch. And that's a ball that's a little up high. And here comes the 1-2. Swung on, and that's a foul ball down the left field line. That's out of play.
Good pitch there again, right on the outside part of the plate. And a good job of protecting there with the 1-2 count.
Yeah, we'll see if Tolliver can catch Vanderberg chasing here. And here comes the pitch, swung on, and that's flied out to left field. And he's able to make the catch. And that's out number 2 for Lehigh.
Right fielder number 24, Pete Chufreda.
And up next for Lafayette is number 24 right fielder lefty Pete Chufreda.
Definite power threat here. Pete Chufreda has 8 homers on the year and a slugging percentage of .522. So definitely got to be careful.
As pitch 1 comes in for a strike. And here comes the 0-1. Chufreda holds off, but that is strike 2. Now with an 0-2 count. Here comes the pitch. And that will be a ball low. So Tolliver again can't catch him chasing, but 2 strikes. He's looking to punch him out here again.
Yeah, let's see what pitch he goes with here.
Here comes the pitch. Swung on, and that's a hard grounder to first base. And Rother is able to handle that easily at his waist and step on the bag to make the third out of the inning. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Lehigh and Teddy Tolliver. Excellent work there. All right, and we are back for the bottom of the first between Lehigh and Lafayette. As we mentioned before, Lafayette's got Pat Waliga on the mound to start this game. Batting first for Lehigh is right-handed hitter #1 center fielder Jake Whitlinger.
Yeah, Jake Whitlinger has struggled in recent games, so let's see if he can get Lehigh going here.
And here comes the pitch, and that'll be a called strike one.
Whole right side of the infield is wide open, so
Yeah,
they're
they've-
shifting pretty hard for him here.
Here comes the pitch, and that'll be a ball high. And we move to a 1-1 count for Whitlinger. Just looking to get on base here. And here comes Waliga. And that's in there for ball #2, high again. Whitlinger's working the count after that early strike one call. And Waliga goes into his windup. Here comes the pitch, and that is ball 3. Waliga can't seem to find his spot right here.
Yeah, definite hitter's count right here. Let's see how aggressive Whitlinger is here.
And here comes the pitch, and he lays off, but that is a called strike #2. Good pitch right there from Waliga.
Yeah, right on the outside part of the plate. Tough pitch to hit. Gotta protect now here if you're Whitlinger. 2 strikes.
Full count here. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed, and Whitlinger strikes out swinging. Some good work from Waliga there to work back from 3-1.
Definitely. Waliga just sort of challenged Whitlinger there with the fastball and was able to blow it right by him.
Coming up next for Lehigh, we have right-handed shortstop #10, Tyler Young, up to bat. Here comes the pitch, and that's in there for another strike one. A lot of 0-1 counts today. These pitchers are attacking the zone early and often.
Yeah, you love to see it. Yeah, Young's had a good year so far. Batting .342.
So here comes the 0-1. That'll be in there for ball 1. 1-1 count for Young now.
Also has a .451 on-base percentage.
That's exactly what you want from your top of the order hitters.
Yes.
As here comes the 1-1 from Waliga. Swung on, and that's a line out to the left fielder. He moved a little bit towards left center, but he was in pretty good position to catch that one. Nonetheless, some good contact from Tyler Young, maybe a little bit unfortunate on the defensive positioning there.
Yeah, definitely agree. That was a really good swing by Young. He timed that pitch up really well and hit it really hard, just right at the left fielder. So a little bit unlucky there for Lehigh, but definitely a good swing.
Now up next is Lehigh's first baseman, right-handed hitter, number 23, Casey Rother. Here comes his first pitch. It's in there for a strike. Another 0-1 count for Waliga here.
Yeah, Rother's had a monster year so far. OPS over 1,100, 7 home runs and 30 RBIs so far on the year.
Here comes the 0-1. Swung on, and that's fouled way back to the right as Rother moves to an 0-2 count. Yeah, I believe Rother is the 2-time reigning Patriot League Player of the Year. As Waliga goes into his windup for the 0-2. Here comes the pitch. That'll be high for ball 1, way off his mark there.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to elevate a fastball there, but definitely threw it a little too high.
Rother's just trying to look to protect right here. As here comes the 1-2. And that's a ball low this time. Rother's able to hold off there with 2 strikes. Impressive.
Yeah, 2-2 count here. Again, the right side of the infield is wide open. So if he can just punch something right through there, he should be able to get on.
As here comes the pitch. Swung on, and that is popped back. And out of play.
The ball went right into the broadcast booth.
I've got a ball now.
Yeah, good
This
catch,
is
partner.
nice. I'm not sure if I would call that a catch. I bobbled that a bit, but you know, I'll take the credit.
Yeah.
All right, after that scare, here comes another 2-2 pitch to Rother. And he swung on, rips it to the third baseman, and he makes a nice catch on his knees. Fortunate line out there for Casey Rother as Lehigh goes down 1-2-3. It's a 0-0 ball game at the end of the first inning. All right, and we are back with the top of the second between Lehigh and Lafayette. 0-0 score. Up now for Lafayette is switch hitter number 16, their DH, Michael Zorillo. As pitch number 1 is in there for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Swung on, and that's a grounder to the second baseman's right. He's able to field it cleanly and throw to first for out number 1.
Yeah, pretty hard hit there, but a really good job there by Dom Patrizzi to stay with it and throw his guy out at first base for the first out for the Mountain Hawks.
Now up for Lafayette is right-handed third baseman number 5, Seif Ingram. Here comes the pitch, and that is in there for ball number 1. 1-0 count for Ingram here. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, and that's fouled back. And that'll be strike number 1 on Ingram. He's got a 1-1 count now. And here comes the 1-1 from Tolliver. And that is in there for a ball away. 2-1 count now. Tolliver's trying to recreate his first inning where he had 1, 2, 3. Got the first out here in efficient fashion. So here comes the pitch. Swung on, and that's a grounder to third. And Parrish is able to field it cleanly and throw over to Rother to get the second out of the inning. 2 efficient ground outs for Tolliver. Up next for Lehigh is catcher number 2, right-handed hitter Ethan Swidler.
Yeah, and to add a little bit about Tolliver, he's a junior for Lehigh from Mason, Ohio, and he is a finance major.
As here comes the first pitch, in for a called strike. It's an 0-1 count. Here comes the pitch, swung on, and that's fouled back toward the right. 0-2 count now for Swidler.
Let's see what Tolliver goes with here. 0-2 count, bunch of pitches to work with. I think he might stay with the fastball. We'll see, though.
And here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. He struck him out on 3 pitches. Tolliver's second strikeout of the day as we head to the bottom of the second, still 0-0. All right, and we are back for the bottom of the second inning between Lehigh and Lafayette University in their first of many baseball matchups this year. Currently a 0-0 game after 6 straight outs recorded by Lehigh's pitcher Teddy Tolliver today. We move to a second inning on the mound for Lafayette pitcher Pat Waliga. Coming up for Lehigh to bat first this inning is switch hitter third baseman number 34, Rafe Parrish.
Yeah, Parrish has a .315 batting average. He's had a solid year so far for Lehigh.
Second on the team in doubles with 8, with a .417 slugging percentage. As here comes Waliga's first pitch. That's in there for a ball. 1-0 count now for Parrish. Let's see if he can do something here. And here comes the pitch from Waliga. Parrish does not move, but that is called for strike number 1. 1-1 count. Parrish has seen him now. And here goes Waliga into his windup. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. And that's deep to right field. And that is out of here. Solo shot for Rafe Parrish puts Lehigh on the board 1-0.
Yeah, great swing there by Parrish. I think the previous pitch that Waliga threw. Parrish was timing him up with the fastball, and Waliga went to the same fastball. Parrish saw it again and just put a really good swing on it to give Lehigh the 1-0 lead.
Oh, definitely. He saw that well indeed. Up next for Lehigh, we have switch hitter, left fielder, number 3, Jared Sweeney. As here comes his first pitch. That's in there for strike number 1.
Sweeney has a 279 batting average on the year and a 319 on base percentage. So he's going to look to get on here for Lehigh.
As here comes the 0-1. It's in there for strike number 2. 0-2 count for Sweeney. He's going to have to battle back here.
Yeah, got to protect with 2 strikes. Good pitch there by Waliga. A little off-speed pitch.
And here comes Waliga with the 0-2. And Sweeney looks at it for ball number 1. He's able to lay off there.
Yeah, just outside with the fastball.
1-2 count here. Here comes the pitch from Waliga. Swung on and missed. Bobbled by the catcher. He throws to first to get the strikeout on Sweeney. It's a tough pitch. It was a little in the dirt there, but I think he just got him good with the breaking ball.
Yeah, definitely confused in there with the off-speed pitch. The previous pitch was a fastball. I think he tried to throw off his timing a little bit with that pitch, but his plan all along was to go back to the off-speed pitch.
And up next for Lehigh is catcher, right-handed hitter number 19, Justin Butler. And here comes his first pitch. That's in there for a ball.
Yeah, so interestingly enough, it seems like Lafayette has a very similar shift for all the Lehigh right-handed batters. They have 3 guys on the left side of the infield.
As here comes the 1-0, and that is ball number 2.
And they have a really big gap between first and second.
It's almost as if they're daring the Lehigh hitters to try and hit it the opposite way.
Yeah, seems like they are.
Here comes the 2-0 from Waliga. Swung on, and it's a big fly ball out to left center. And that'll go over the wall. That's another solo shot, this time for Justin Butler. And that'll make it 2-0 Lehigh.
Yeah, great swing there by Butler. Waliga threw him a off-speed pitch there. He was able to time it up really well, stay back on it enough, and send it over the left center field fence to give Lehigh a 2-0 lead.
Now up next for Lehigh is right-handed hitter number 4, right fielder Andrew Cole. Looking to continue this home run party.
Yeah, Cole is a sophomore for Lehigh. He's had a really great year so far. OPS over 1,100, slugging percentage at 670, and he's just been really great for the Mountain Hawks early on in this season.
He's actually tied for the team lead in home runs with 7 this year. He's tied for second on the team in RBIs with 24. He's been giving them a lot of power and production this year. We'll see if Waliga can limit the damage here. As at least the one good thing he can take out of it is that no men were on base for the 2 home runs he gave up. As here comes the pitch to Cole. That'll be in there for strike number 1.
Good pitch there by Waliga right on the outside corner. And Lafayette has the same sort of shift on for another Lehigh right-handed batter.
You know, I'm not sure if the shift matters all that much when you just hit it over the fence.
Yeah.
As here comes the 0-1. And that's way away for ball number 1. That'll bring it to a 1-1 count for Cole. Waliga just looking to keep his composure here after giving up the 2 home runs. Must be difficult out there on the mound.
Yeah, always tough for a pitcher after giving up a couple home runs.
Here comes the 1-1. And that is in there for ball number 2.
Yeah, close pitch there. Just missed. Pretty good pitch there by Waliga, but Cole was able to lay off of it.
He had a good eye there on that one. As here comes the 2-1 from Waliga. And another ball this time low in the dirt. Cole has worked this to a 3-1 count now.
Yeah, good hitters count here for Cole. Let's look from the drive something here, maybe to the right center gap.
Tough position for Waliga. He's going to have to put a strike in there or walk him. Here comes the pitch, and that is a called strike, and that brings the count to 3-2 for Cole.
Yeah, good pitch there by Waliga. Off-speed pitch right in the zone. 3-2 now.
Full count. Here comes the payoff pitch from Waliga. And Cole looks at it, and he'll take his base. He walks on 6 pitches.
Yeah, good eye there by Cole. Waliga went back to the breaking pitch, tried to get him to chase, but Cole was patient and took it for ball 4 to get on for Lehigh.
Now up next for Lehigh is right-handed hitter DH number 12, Joe Gorla. Looking to do some damage now with a runner on base. As here comes the pitch, and that's in there for ball number 1.
Yeah, Joe's had a really good year for the Mountain Hawks. 556 slugging percentage and almost a 400 on base percentage.
Here comes the 1-0 from Waliga. And that's a ball away. He's nowhere near the zone.
Yeah, it looks like he's lost a little bit of his command of the strike zone.
I wonder if it's just nerves or if he's having a mechanical issue out there on the mound.
Yeah. I think he can also be feeling the effects of giving up those 2 home runs.
Here comes the 2-0, and that's ball number 3. 3-0 count here for Gorla.
So yeah, 3-0 count. Gorla's had a really good year for the Mountain Hawks, but I assume he'll be taking this pitch because Waliga just walked the previous hitter and is struggling to find the zone right now.
Here comes the 3-0, and that's in there for called strike number 1.
So 3-1 now. Lafayette's in the same sort of shift they were for the previous hitter with 3 infielders on the left side. So let's see if Joe could hit one towards the right side.
Here comes the pitch, and that's in there for ball number 4. Gorla walks as well. That's back-to-back walks for Waliga. And now Lehigh has runners on first and second. Up next for Lehigh is their second baseman, right-handed hitter number 2, Dom Patrizzi.
Yeah, Patrizzi, in the time he's been able to play, he's been really good for the Mountain Hawks. OPS over 1,000 and on-base percentage of 517.
Here comes the first pitch. That's in there for ball number 1.
Still struggling to find the zone here.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Patrizzi, I'd just take until you see a pitch that you like and then get into a swing mode.
Yeah, definitely agreed.
Here comes the 1-0. That's ball number 2. Way away. Catcher's able to stop that from going to the backstop at the very least.
Yeah, good play there. That was a fastball, so it's always tough to anticipate a fastball in the dirt or way outside, so definitely good reaction by the catcher there to save a wild pitch.
Here comes the 2-0 from Waliga, and that is ball number 3. Another 3-0 count here for Waliga.
Yeah, Waliga's really struggling to find the zone here. This is probably going to be a take spot for Patrizzi.
Certainly. Very dangerous situation. Here comes the pitch. That is in there for a called strike 1 on the outside portion of the plate. He's able to get that pitch in there.
Yeah, good pitch there. Looks like Waliga's sort of attacking the outside part of the plate, so let's see if Patrizzi tries to stay with the pitch here.
3-1 count here. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. Contact, that's a liner to left center, and that'll be in there for a base hit.
Yeah.
And Lehigh scores 1 more off a Patrizzi single.
Yeah, great job there by Patrizzi. Instead of just looking to take a pitch off a pitcher who was struggling to find the zone, he decided to be aggressive, saw his pitch, put a really good swing on it, and has given Lehigh the 3-0 lead.
Now back to the top of the lineup, Lehigh has number 1 center fielder Jake Whitlinger up. As it looks like Pat Waliga may be coming out of the game here after giving up his 3rd run of the inning.
Yeah, he is coming out. Yeah, it's sort of just tough to keep him in this situation. Struggling to find the zone, and it looks like, the Lehigh hitters are reading his pitches pretty well and putting good swings on them.
Yeah, that hit by Patrizzi was very well executed there. Didn't try to do too much. All right, and now pitching for Lafayette, number 13, Trace Florio.
Yeah, he hasn't had a great year for Lafayette so far, 10.5 ERA. But he's going to look to limit the damage here in the second inning as he's coming in with 2 men on and 1 out.
He's a left-handed pitcher here, which to relieve the righty Pat Waliga, although this is a very righty-heavy Lehigh lineup. It's getting put into a tough spot here with men on first and second.
Yeah, definitely a tough spot. Always tough as a reliever to come in with runners, in scoring position and just on base in general. So he's going to do his best to shut it down here.
And here comes Whitlinger up to the plate, ready to take his first pitch.
Same shift here for Lafayette. 3 infielders on the left side.
So here comes the pitch from Florio. And that's in there for ball 1 low. Fortunately, not much change from Waliga with that first pitch. Florio trying to turn Lafayette's fortunes around this inning. Here comes the 1-0. And that's low for ball number 2.
Yeah, to me it looks like Florio's overthrown a little bit. He's spiking the ball a little bit. He just needs to, take a deep breath here and try to find the zone.
So here comes the 2-0. And that's a ball inside to make it a 3-0 count for Whitlinger.
Yeah, I think this is definitely a take spot here for Whitlinger. New pitcher coming into the game, 3-0 count. Definitely want to make him throw some strikes.
And here comes the 3-0. And that'll be in there for a called strike 1. And Florio is finally able to find the zone, bring it to a 3-1 count.
Good hitters count here. Let's see what Whitlinger could do.
And here comes the pitch. Swung on. That's a fly ball out to left center field. Left fielder turns around. He can't get to it. That's off the wall. That's going to be at least a double for Whitlinger. He stops at second. 2 runs scored off of Whitlinger's RBI double. That is huge for Lehigh. They've just ballooned this lead to 5-0. Yeah. Florio not able to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, great swing there by Whitlinger. As I mentioned before, he had been struggling coming into this game. Got a good hitter's count. Expected fastball, and just put a really good swing on it. That's a huge confidence booster for him, and that must feel really good for him.
And up next for Lehigh is their shortstop, number 10, Tyler Young. Another righty on lefty matchup here. And here comes the first pitch, and it's in there for ball number 1. Still got a runner in scoring position with Whitlinger on second, and we know he's got some good speed.
Yep.
All Young would need here is a base hit to drive him in.
Yes, leads the team in steals.
As here comes the 1-0, and that's swung on, popped way up high. And the shortstop is going to come under it and make that catch for out number 2. Florio is able to get 1 there.
Yeah, it looks like he went to an off-speed pitch to get the pop out.
Casey Rother.
Now up next for Lehigh is their first baseman, number 23, Casey Rother, who lined out to the third baseman in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he put a good swing on that ball. Let's see if he can put together another good at-bat here.
2 outs here with a man on second. Lehigh still looking to do some damage. Florio watching the runner on second. Steps off to make sure he's going back. Maybe they're looking to pick him off or just hold him on. Here comes the pitch. That's in there for ball 1 to Rother.
Yeah, close pitch there, right off the outside corner. Good eye there by Rother.
Florio and Waliga have really struggled throwing strikes this inning after Waliga did such a good job of it in the first inning. As here comes the 1-0 from Florio. Swung on, and that's fouled back to the right side. That'll count as strike number 1 on Rother.
Yeah, that was a really good pitch to hit by Rother. He put a pretty good swing on it. Looked a little bit disappointed that he didn't do more with it. So 1-1 count now.
You could tell he wanted to get that fair.
Yeah.
And Florio throws back to second. They're not able to get Whitlinger as he slides back in safely.
Yeah, pretty good move there by Florio, but Whitlinger isn't really too far off the bag, so no real chance to pick him off.
I think they want to keep him close to keep him from scoring in case there's a base hit.
Yep.
As here comes the 1-1, and that's in there for ball number 2 to Rother. 2-1 count now for Rother. See if he can do something here and extend Lehigh's big inning. Florio into his windup. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and ripped to left field. The left fielder's going to come in and make the catch. He was playing pretty deep, but he was able to come in on that one. Just hung up there a little too long. But Lehigh puts 5 runs up on the board against Lafayette and takes the lead 5-0 in the bottom of the second here. And we're back for the top of the third in this baseball game between Lehigh University and Lafayette. Lehigh took a commanding 5-0 lead all in the bottom of the second. Now for Lafayette, leading off the inning is shortstop number 23 right-handed hitter Blaze Fadio.
Yeah, he's batting .217 on the year. He's going to look to get something started here.
As here comes the first pitch of the inning, and it's in there as a called strike. Tolliver was able to get the inside part of the plate there.
Yeah, good pitch to start the at-bat.
Here comes the 0-1, swung on, and that's a grounder over to short. So to range to his right, field it cleanly, and throw over to first on the run for out number 1 of the inning.
Yeah, really good play there by Young. He had to really charge that ball and make a strong throw, and he was able to do both. So good play there.
Yeah, it's always tough when a ball isn't hit that hard.
Yeah, you really got to come in and attack it to have a chance at getting the runner.
Now up for Lafayette is their left fielder, number 27, right-hander James Acelta. Pitch number 1 is in there for a ball.
Yeah, Salta's only starting his second game of the year. Freshman player here for Lafayette.
And here comes the 1-0, swung on, and that's fouled against his leg. That has got to hurt there. Goes
Yeah.
into a 1-1 count, though.
Never a good feeling there as a hitter to foul one off your leg.
No, certainly not. As here comes the pitch from Tolliver. And he'll look at that go for ball number 2.
Close pitch there, just a little high it looked like.
Here comes the 2-1 from Tolliver. And he'll look at that one for strike number 2. That's a 2-2 count.
Yeah, solid pitch there, right on the outside corner. Had some movement towards the outside too. So good spot.
Here comes the next pitch from Tolliver. Swung on, and that's a high fly ball out to shallow right center. Right fielder will call him off and make the catch, coming all the way in.
Yeah, good play there by Cole, being able to stay with it, call the center fielder off, and make the play for the second out of the inning.
Coming up next for Lafayette is center fielder number 14, right-handed hitter Parker Walsh. Here comes the pitch from Tolliver, and that's in there for ball number 1.
Another freshman player here for Lafayette. They're starting 3 of them today.
Here comes the 1-0. Swung on. Ooh, fouled off his leg. Now that one looked like it hurt.
Yeah.
Jumped up in the air when it hit him. That'll bring it to a 1-1 count.
Yeah, it looks like he's okay though.
Have to walk it off a little bit.
Yeah.
Tolliver looking to make this his third 1-2-3 inning. So here comes the 1-1. And he'll look at that for strike number 2. 1-2 count now for Walsh. He's just got to protect here. Here comes Tolliver with the pitch. Swung on and missed. In the dirt, catcher's able to throw to first for the strikeout on the third out of the inning. 3 1-2-3 innings for Tolliver. He gets his third strikeout on the day. And still 5-0 Lehigh going into the 4th inning. All right, and we are back for the bottom of the 3rd between Lehigh and Lafayette baseball. Lehigh took a commanding 5-0 lead in the bottom of the 2nd, and they'll look to add to it here with third baseman number 34, Rafe Parrish, coming to the plate.
Yeah, he started things off for the Mountain Hawks.
Number 34, Rafe Parrish.
Yeah, he hit a solo shot in the 2nd inning to bring the game to 1-0 for Lehigh. And pitch number 1 is in there for a called strike. And here comes the 0-1 from Florio. Swung on, and that's a grounder over to short. He goes to his right. He's able to field it, makes the throw, but brings the first baseman off the bag. And Parrish is safe with an infield single. My bad, folks. It looks like they'll be calling that an error on the shortstop there. Likely on the throw. It was a little wide to the first baseman. Now up for Lehigh is left fielder number 3, Jared Sweeney. struck out swinging in his last at-bat in the second inning. First pitch is in there for a ball. And here comes the 1-0 to Sweeney. And it's going to be ball number 2, low this time.
2-0 count here for Sweeney. Definite hitters count. Let's see how aggressive he wants to be.
Yeah, Florio has been struggling with getting out early. As here comes the 2-0. That's swung on and fouled down the left field line. And it'll be strike number 1. Bring the count to 2-1 on Sweeney.
Even bigger gap here on the right side now with the first baseman holding Parrish on.
Just looks so tantalizing. As here comes the 2-1. That's in there for a ball inside. 3-1 count now for Sweeney. Just seems like Florio can't get a good feel for the strike zone right now.
Yeah. Agreed.
As here comes the pitch. Swung on, and that's fouled back for strike number 2.
Yeah, so even though Florio hasn't walked anybody yet, falling behind hitters has led to really good swings by these Lehigh batters, and also, obviously, part of the 5 runs coming in.
Yeah, it forces him to throw balls in the zone, which Lehigh's hitters are certainly going to take advantage of. As Florio steps off here to throw to first base. No tag. Parrish is safe back at first. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, and that's fouled back. Sweeney just protecting there.
Yeah, good swing there by Sweeney. That looked like a pretty good pitch by Florio running the outside part of the plate. Yeah, he's just making him work with 2 strikes and keeping that bat alive.
And here comes the pitch. Swung on, and it's a grounder to shortstop. He's going to turn it to second. Second throws to first. That'll be a double play for Lafayette. Not what Sweeney wanted there.
Yeah, he hit that pretty sharply towards shortstop, which led to the double play. Good turn there by Lafayette, and a good stretch for the first baseman.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Blaze Fadio at shortstop and Patrick Vandenberg at second base for Lafayette. Now up for Lehigh is number 19, their catcher, Justin Butler.
Looking to add on to the home run he had in the previous inning.
Yeah, he was the one who made it 2-0. As here comes pitch number 1 for a swinging strike. And he steps back in the box. Here comes the 0-1 from Florio. Swung on, contact, grounder to the third base, and he's able to field it cleanly, throw over to first. And that'll get Lafayette out of the inning, even after the error by their shortstop to lead it off. So we'll move to the top of the 4th with Lehigh still leading Lafayette 5-0. And we are back for the top of the fourth with Lehigh baseball facing off against Lafayette here. Lehigh has taken a commanding 5-0 lead, all in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, Tolliver's going to look to continue his success at the mound in this inning.
Up next for Lafayette to start this inning is their first baseman, number 6, Kyle Shimoleski. Here's the first pitch, and that's contact grounded between the third baseman and the shortstop, and the left fielder will pick it up as Shimoleski is on first with a single on the first pitch of the inning.
Yeah, really a good swing there by Shimoleski. Saw the first pitch he liked and was able to put a good swing on it and give Lafayette their first base runner of the game.
Up next for Lafayette is number 8 second baseman Patrick Vandenberg. As here comes the pitch from Tolliver, and that's in there for ball number 1. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Tolliver pitches with a man on now, as he's actually retired 9 straight in the 3 innings before this. He's able to induce a lot of ground balls, get 3 strikeouts, as he turns and throws to first, but Shimoleski is able to slide back safely.
Yeah, another ground ball would be ideal here to potentially turn a double play.
As here comes the 1-0 to Vandenberg, and that'll be a called strike 1. 1-1 count now for Vandenberg. Lafayette looking to drive in their first run of the day. And here comes the 1-1 from Tolliver. Swung on, that's contact first base. Rother tags the bag and throws to second, but Shimoleski is able to slide in safely. That'll be the first out of the inning for Tolliver. Made it first.
Yeah, pretty hard hit ball there by Vandenberg. Rother was able to stay with it. I think he had a chance of going to second first to potentially get the lead runner, but he decided to be safe and tag the bag to get the first out of the inning.
And up next for Lafayette is number 24 right fielder Pete Ciuffreda. As here comes the first pitch, and that's in there for ball number 1. Now Tolliver's got to worry about Shimoleski on second. Lafayette's finally got a man in scoring position. As here comes the 1-0. Swung on, hard contact. That's lined between the first and second baseman. And that'll be a single for Ciuffreda as Shimoleski comes home all the way from second. And Lafayette scores their first run of the day, cutting the lead to 4. It is now 5-1 with Lehigh leading.
Yeah, good solid swing there by Ciuffreda. He's Lafayette's best power hitter, and he showed why there. That ball was a really hard hit, and he was able to drive in the first run for Lafayette to put him on the board.
And up next for Lafayette to try and keep this rally going is number 16 DH Michael Zarillo. As Tolliver turns and throws to first to keep Ciuffreda on.
Yeah, Zarillo is Lafayette's best hitter by average on the team. He's batting .324.
As here comes the first pitch that's in there for a ball, but Ciuffreda is going to second, and he slides in safely despite the throw from Justin Butler, the catcher for Lehigh. And Ciuffreda now has a stolen base, and he puts himself in scoring position.
Yeah, good solid jump there. It was a good play by Lehigh to make it somewhat close, but he was definitely in there.
And here comes the 1-0 from Tolliver. Check swing there from Zarillo, but the third base ump says he doesn't go, and that's in there for ball number 2.
Yeah, some of the fans seem a little upset about that call, but it looked like he definitely checked the swing.
Yeah, I'd agree on that one. Tolliver looking over the runner at second. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Zarillo takes, and that's in there for a called strike 1. Good pitch there from Tolliver to get himself back in this at-bat.
Yeah, look for Zarillo to be aggressive here. 2-1 count, base hit will probably score a run.
Here comes the pitch, swung on, contact, and that's a fouled fly ball to left field. It was
Yeah.
strike number 2 on Zerillo.
A little late on that one, he was. Let's see what Tolliver wants to go with here.
2-2 count now. Here comes the pitch. And he takes that for a called strike 3. And Zerillo has to walk back to the dugout.
Yeah, really good pitch there on the inside corner. I thought that was a really smart pitch after Zerillo's last swing where he was a little bit behind on it. And yeah, he got the strikeout.
Up next for Lafayette is number 5, third baseman, Safe Ingram. That was Tolliver's 4th strikeout of the game. As here comes the pitch, and that's fouled straight down by Ingram for strike number 1.
Yep, Tolliver's staying aggressive here, not giving any free pitches away.
It was a big strikeout, too, to bring it to 2 outs and make sure Lafayette doesn't have much to work with. They're going to need a base hit now if they want to score.
Yep.
As here comes the pitch, and that's in there for a called strike 2. 0-2 count now on Ingram, as Tolliver looking to stem their momentum.
Yeah, let's see what he goes with here, if he stays with the heat.
Here comes the 0-2. Swung on, and that's a deep fly ball to center field. And Whitlinger's not going to be able to make it there. He dives but cannot catch it. As Ingram is going to go for third, and he's going to get an RBI triple for Lafayette. And they just scored their 2nd run of the game, of this inning.
Yeah, really good piece of hitting there by Ingram. Tolliver attacked him with 3 straight fastballs. It looked like he timed up the first 2, Ingram, and he was able to hit it really well out to center field. And nothing you could really ask for from Whitlinger there. That was a really tough play. He gave a good effort, dove for it, but just wasn't able to come up with it.
Yeah, that was way deep out there.
Yeah. Any other part of the ballpark, and that's probably out of here.
What's really impressive to me about that is he did it on an 0-2 count.
Yeah, definitely.
And up next for Lafayette is catcher number 2, Ethan Swidler, who struck out his last at-bat in the 2nd inning. And here comes the first pitch in there for a ball. And here comes the 1-0 from Tolliver. And that's a called strike 1. One count now. Swidler just looking for a base hit here to score another run for Lafayette with a man on third. Here comes the pitch, swung on, and that's a deep fly ball to right field, and that'll go over the fence. That is a 2-run home run for Ethan Swidler, and that'll make it 5-4. Lafayette cutting this lead all the way down to 1 in this inning.
Yeah, good swing there by Swidler. Just the 2nd home run of the year, but, he got his pitch and was able to hit it over the left field fence. Even with the wind, I think, blowing in a little bit, so really barreled that one up.
Yeah, this has been tough for Tolliver. After such a dominant first 3 innings, he's really struggled here.
Yeah, we got a 1-run ball game now.
Yeah. Up next for Lafayette is number 23, their shortstop, Blaze Fadio. As the first pitch is fouled off for strike number 1. Yeah, I almost thought this was going to be a runaway game for Lehigh. Unfortunately not.
Yeah, Lafayette's done a really good job to fight back here.
As here comes the 0-1 from Tolliver. And that's fouled back toward the right side. That'll make it 0-2 now for Fadio.
Yeah, he was really late on that pitch. I expect Tolliver to maybe try to elevate a fastball here or throw a fastball inside.
And here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that's in there for ball number 1. Couldn't get him to chase there.
Yeah, I think that was a setup pitch. We'll see what he goes with here.
And here comes Tolliver with the 1-2. And that's also called a ball right there. Looking to get the outside corner of the plate, it seems.
Yeah, 2-2 now.
And Tolliver into his windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, and that's a fly ball out to center field. Whitlinger coming in on it, and he's able to make the easy grab for out number 3. Well, Lafayette put some runs on the board. They cut the lead down to 5-4. 4 runs in a huge inning for them. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th. And we are back with the bottom of the 4th of Lehigh's baseball game against Lafayette. Lehigh took a commanding 5-0 lead, but Lafayette has now cut that to 1 with 4 runs in the top of the 4th. Lehigh still leads 5-4. Now leading off for Lehigh is right fielder number 4, Andrew Cole. Here comes the pitch from Florio. And he'll take that in there for strike number 1.
So yeah, really important inning for both teams here. You know, Lafayette just cut the lead down. They obviously don't want to give any of the runs they put up back, and Lehigh's looking to respond in this half inning.
As here comes the 0-1. It's in there for a ball low. 1-1 count now for Cole. Cole walked and scored in the 2nd inning to give Lehigh their 3rd run of the game. As here comes the 1-1 from Florio. Swung on and missed. That'll be strike number 2 swinging.
Yeah, blew that fastball right by Cole there. 1-2 count here. Let's see what he goes with.
Shakes off the catcher. Here comes the pitch from Florio. And swung on, and that's fouled back to the right.
Good pitch there by Florio, trying to work that outside corner, and a good swing there by Cole to protect the plate with 2 strikes.
Nope, just trying to stay alive in this situation here. He wants to get on base. As here comes the 1-2 pitch from Florio. And it's swung on and fouled back again.
He went with the off-speed pitch there. It definitely fooled Cole a little bit, but he was able to sort of stay with it enough to foul it back and give himself another chance in this at-bat.
Yeah, he was able to make that slight adjustment mid-swing. As here comes the pitch from Florio. And that's a ball way inside. That's a 2-2 count for Cole. Here comes the pitch from Florio. And swung on, and that's strike number 3. And Andrew Cole strikes out swinging there for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, good pitch there by Florio. Threw a pitch that was just off the plate, out of the reach of Cole, and he was able to make him chase.
Up next for Lehigh is number 12, designated hitter Joe Gorla. As here comes Florio's first pitch, and it's in there for a called strike 1. Florio really seems to have found his footing here after struggling after coming in to relieve Waliga in the second inning. As here comes the 0-1, swung on, and that's flied out to right center field. And the right fielder is able to range over and catch it for out number 2 of the inning.
Yeah, a really good job here by Florio. He's starting to attack these Lehigh hitters more than he was in his first couple innings of work, and he's not allowing them to get into good hitters' counts.
Up next for Lehigh is number 2, their second baseman, Dom Patrizzi, who hit an RBI single in the second inning to drive in Lehigh's third run. He then later scored on Whitlinger's RBI double. As the first pitch in there is in for a ball. Here comes the 1-0 from Florio. And Patrizzi will take that for ball number 2.
Yeah, so interestingly enough here, after playing 3 guys on the left side of the infield for Lehigh's right-handed batters for most of the game, they have switched it up, having 2 people on each side as a ball outside there to make it a 3-0 count.
Big hitters count here for Patrizzi. He's going to see if he can get on base here and get a 2-out rally going for Lehigh. So here comes the pitch, and that's ball number 4. Patrizzi walks on 4 pitches, putting a man on for Lehigh with 2 outs.
Yeah, we're just praising Florio for his command of the strike zone, and then he walks a guy on 4 pitches.
Up next for Lehigh is number 1, their center fielder, Jake Whitlinger.
So back to the usual shift here for Lafayette with 3 infielders on the left side.
They've got the third baseman in quite shallow, almost on the grass.
That's really interesting.
First pitch is in there for a called strike 1 on Whitlinger. He hit the RBI double in the second inning to drive in 2 runs for Lehigh.
Yeah, that was a huge hit to make it a 5-0 lead.
So here comes the 0-1, and that's in there for a called strike 2. Whitlinger now has to battle back from this 0-2 count.
Yeah, got to just protect here, try to put something in play.
Keep this rally alive. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that's a ball low. And Patrizzi was way off first base, and they throw down, but he's able to run back and slide in safely. That was scary.
Yeah, definitely a good idea there by the catcher. If the first baseman could have got the tag down quicker, Patrizzi probably would have been called out.
Looked to me like he was dead to rights, and he was able to get in there safely.
Yeah.
1-2 count now. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, and that's flied out to right field. Heading back, and he's able to make the catch easily for out number 3 of the inning. And, well, Lehigh doesn't get any other runs back that they gave up in the top of the 4th, but they still hold a 5-4 lead going into the top of the 5th inning. All right, and we are back for the top of the 5th in this 5-4 ball game. Lehigh is still leading Lafayette even after that crooked number in the 4th inning.
And they have a new pitcher coming on, Shane O'Neill, first-year pitcher for Lehigh. He's thrown 17.2 innings and has an ERA of 1.53, and he's been exclusively a relief pitcher for them, so the spot is pretty familiar to him.
Coming up to bat to lead off for Lafayette is left fielder number 27, James Acelta. As pitch number 1 is in there for a ball high. And here comes the 1-0. And that'll be a ball again. 2-0 count now for Acelta.
Close pitch there. O'Neill was checking where it missed, and the umpire said it missed outside.
And here comes the pitch, and that's ball number 3 away. O'Neill struggling to find the strike zone early.
Yeah, definitely don't want to walk the 8-hitter here.
As here comes the pitch. And he lets that go for a called strike number 1. 3-1 count now on Acelta. Looking to get on base here. So here comes the pitch. And that'll be ball number 4 as he takes his base with a walk. Up next for Lafayette is number 14 center fielder Parker Walsh. O'Neill is another righty in this game, pitching for Lehigh. As here comes the pitch, and Walsh squares up to bunt, and he bunts it fouled back.
Yeah, he popped that one up a little bit. You know, when you're asked to sacrifice bunt, you got to try to get it on the ground because, you know, you pop it up and it could result in a potential double play.
Not too detrimental here because it's on a 0-0 count. Don't want to bunt it foul with 2 strikes. We'll see if he goes back to it in the 0-1 count.
Yeah, I think he will. We'll see, though. Yep, squaring.
Here comes the pitch from O'Neill, and he bunts it foul once again. Can't quite get it in play.
Yeah, so the bunt will almost assuredly be off here with 2 strikes.
Yeah, I just think it's too dangerous.
Yeah, I don't want to give away a free out.
0-2 count now, and O'Neill throws over to first base for the second time this at-bat. Trying to keep Acelta close. Here comes the pitch, swung on and missed. Swinging strikeout there for Parker Walsh.
Yeah, always tough as a hitter when you can't get 2 bunt attempts down and then, you know, having to deal with a count at like, you know, 0-2. So good job there by O'Neill to blow a fastball right by him.
And up next for Lafayette is number 6, their first baseman, Kyle Shimoleski. First pitch is in there for a called strike 1. Looks like O'Neill is finding his groove here. So here comes the 0-1, and that's fouled back for strike number 2. Another 0-2 count here for O'Neill. Looking to finish the job early on this batter as well.
Yeah, he's working really quickly here, keeping the Lafayette hitters off balance.
As he throws back to first to keep Acelta close. Acelta not getting much of a lead, but he may have some speed. As here comes the pitch, and that's popped foul to the right side. Rother is under it, and he's able to catch the pop foul out for out number 2 in the inning.
Yeah, good job there staying with that ball and making the play to get the second out of the inning.
Next up for Lafayette is number 8, their second baseman, Patrick Vandenberg. He's a lefty, so he'll have a favorable matchup against the right-hander O'Neill. As the first pitch is in there for a ball.
Yeah, an important at-bat here for Lafayette as O'Neill picks off the first. I think O'Neill definitely doesn't want to put this guy on because...
As O'Neill throws to first, and Acelta didn't even have a lead.
Yeah, that was interesting. You don't see that every game.
As here comes the 1-0, and that's in there for a called strike 1. Crowd is really getting into it here. One count for Vandenberg. Swings, and that's popped up. Foul to third baseman Rafe Parrish for out number 3. And a little scary with the leadoff walk, but O'Neill is able to retire the inning with no runs as we move to the bottom of the 5th. And we are back for the bottom of the 5th to see Lehigh bat. They're facing Lafayette today. They've got a 5-4 lead right now. Trace Florio still on the mound for Lafayette, in for his 4th inning of work. Leading off for Lehigh, we have their shortstop, number 10, Tyler Young. As here comes the first pitch of the inning. Squares to bunt, but he pulls back, and that's a ball for pitch number 1. Tyler Young's 0 for 2 today. He's just trying to get on base here for Lehigh. As here comes the 1-0 from Florio. And he lets that go for called strike 1.
Same sort of shift here for Lafayette with 3 infielders on the left side, and also the third baseman's playing pretty far in, so it seems like he's expecting soft contact to him.
And here comes the 1-1, swung on, and that's hit hard to the third baseman. He's able to make a diving grab, get up, and make the throw to first for out number 1.
Yeah, that contact wasn't soft at all, but he made a really good play, really good reaction there, and he was able to retire Young for the first out of the inning.
That's why they call it the hot corner.
Yep, exactly.
Now up next for Lehigh, we have their first baseman, number 23, Casey Rother. One of the team's best hitters, but he's 0 for 2 today. So here comes the pitch, swung on, and that's fouled back to the right side.
A little late there on the fastball.
Rother looking to get on base here so Lehigh can do some damage and extend their 1-run lead. Here comes the 0-1. And swung, but he checked it. I think they're going to call it a swing. And that'll be strike number 2.
Yeah, it looked like he fouled it back, I think.
As here comes the 0-2 pitch from Florio. And that's fouled back again to the right side.
Good job there, staying alive. Pitched on the outside part of the plate and fouling it back.
He's making some contact here. He just has to get it in fair ground. And here comes the pitch from Florio. Swing and a miss from Rother, and he is retired on 4 pitches.
Yeah, Florio went right after him at that at-bat. Good pitch there on 0-2, elevated a fastball and was able to get the strikeout.
Up next for Lehigh, we have their third baseman, number 34, Rafe Parrish. And that was Florio's 2nd strikeout of the day. And here comes the first pitch to Parrish. And he's going to take that as a called strike one.
No shift here for Lafayette for Parrish.
Here comes the 0-1, swung on, and that's fouled way down the right field line, way out of play. That's strike number 2 on Parrish. Another 0-2 count here. Florio's going to look to punch him out just like he did to Roth there.
Yeah, he's just attacking these Lehigh hitters in this inning.
Here comes the pitch, and that's way high and inside for ball number 1. Some chin music to Parrish there. Can't feel comfortable.
Yeah, good job getting out of the way.
1-2 count now for Parrish. Here comes the pitch. And he swings. Deep fly ball to center field. The center field is going to range back and make the catch right near the warning track, but that'll be out number 3 for Lehigh. 1-2-3 inning for Trace Florio and Lafayette. All right, and we are back for the top of the 6th in this baseball game between Lehigh and Lafayette. Lehigh still leads 5-4. Lafayette is coming up to the plate right now, looking for a chance to change that. Leading off for them is their right fielder, number 24, lefty Pete Chufreda.
Yeah, he had the RBI single in the 4th inning for Lafayette.
He had a stolen base and he scored a run as well. Looking to get on base here as the first pitch comes in for a called strike 1. As here comes the 0-1. Swung on, and that's deep foul fly ball towards the right side. He crushed that, just got out in front of it.
Yeah, got to be careful here if you're O'Neal. Maybe an off-speed pitch would be best.
Here comes the 0-2. And Chufreda is going to let that go for ball number 1. Way inside there. O'Neal in his 2nd inning of work. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Chufreda, and that'll be ball number 2, this time away and in the dirt.
Yeah, that's some movement on it. Might have been like a 2-seam or something.
Chufreda not getting fooled here. Here comes O'Neal, and he fooled him there, swinging strike 3. O'Neal gets his 2nd strikeout of the day on Chufreda.
Yeah, really good pitch there by O'Neal. That looked like a changeup. After that 0-1 pitch, Chufreda was way ahead of the fastball, so definitely a smart pitch there with the changeup to get him swinging.
Up next for Lafayette, we have number 16, their designated hitter, Michael Zorillo. As here comes the first pitch, and that's in there for a called strike 1. Here comes the 0-1, and that'll be a ball. Bring this count to 1-1. Zorillo struck out looking earlier in the game in the 4th inning against Tolliver. Here comes the 1-1, and that's a swinging strike number 2.
Nasty pitch there. Looked like maybe a slider or a breaking ball.
As here comes the 1-2 from O'Neal. And it's going to be a ball outside to bring the count to 2-2.
O'Neal working really quickly here.
Trying to keep Zerillo on his toes. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Shane O'Neal. Some impressive stuff there against Zerillo.
Yeah, he's really dealing right now. Looks like he's in a really good groove out there.
Up next for Lafayette is their third baseman, number 5, Safe Ingram. And here comes the first pitch, and that's in there for a called strike 1. Finally a righty-righty matchup here for O'Neal in this inning.
Yeah.
As here comes the 0-1, that's in there for a ball.
Ingram made the diving grab in the last inning to throw out Tyler Young, so he's looking to do something with the bat now.
As here comes the 1-1 from O'Neal, and he's able to lay that off of that for ball number 2. Yeah, he also hit the RBI triple in the 4th inning and then later scored on the home run.
Yeah, that was a big hit.
As here comes the 2-1, and that's in there for a called strike number 2 on the inside part of the plate.
Nasty pitch there.
2-2 count here for Ingram. Here comes the pitch. And he swings, somehow makes contact, and fouls it over to the right side. Looked like he just threw his bat out there and was able to stay alive.
Yeah, emergency swing.
Nonetheless, a nasty pitch from O'Neal. As here comes the 2-2. Swung on, and it's popped up back.
Hits on top of the broadcast booth.
A little scary for us there, but luckily we're covered. Hopefully the fans here are okay. A little scary. Still a 2-2 count for Ingram. As here comes the pitch from O'Neal. Swung on, fouled back again.
Really good at bat here by Ingram.
Hitting the other side of the broadcast booth there.
Yeah, Ingram's fighting off some tough pitches here and making O'Neal work.
And we'll see if O'Neal can strike out the side here. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for Ingram as the crowd goes wild. O'Neal retires the side with 3 strikeouts back to back to back. Lehigh will maintain their 5-4 lead as we go into the bottom of the 6th. All right, and we are back for the bottom of the 6th in this baseball game between Lehigh and Lafayette. Trace Florio is back out on the mound for Lafayette for a 5th inning of work. He's been excellent for them after he came in the 2nd to relieve Waliga. He's given them a ton of length and has allowed them to stay in this game. Leading off the inning for Lehigh is number 3, their left fielder, Jared Sweeney.
Yeah, to go back to your point earlier, he's done an excellent job of attacking these Lehigh hitters as he starts Sweeney off with the first pitch strike. And he's really given his team to fight back in this game.
As here comes Florio's 0-1 pitch. That'll be in there for a ball. 1-1 count now for Sweeney, who struck out in the second inning and grounded into a double play in the third inning. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss on a really nasty pitch inside there.
Yeah, totally had him fooled on that one. Really good pitch.
Sweeney's got a .319 on base percentage for the season. As here comes the 1-2 in for ball number 2. And here comes the 2-2 from Florio. Sweeney swings and misses at the pitch, and it'll go in as Florio's third strikeout of the day.
Yeah, after throwing some off-speed pitches, Florio went back to the low fastball there to get the strike.
Up next for Lehigh, we have their catcher, number 19, Justin Butler, who's the one who hit the second solo home run in the second inning to bring Lehigh's lead to 2-0. As the first pitch is in there as a ball. He then struck out in the fourth inning. As here comes the 1-0 from Florio. And that hits him in the thigh. And Butler will take his base at first as the crowd is screaming here.
Yeah, they're excited to see the base runner on.
We'll
Take it any way you can get it. Didn't look like it hurt him that much. Up next for Lehigh, we have their right fielder, number 4, Andrew Cole.
Yeah, good opportunity here for Lehigh to potentially extend the lead. Andrew Cole is one of their best hitters, so let's see what he could do.
He walked and scored a run back in the second inning during Lehigh's big rally. As pitch number 1 comes in as a swinging strike. 1 out with a man on first. Trying to do some damage here for Lehigh. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on, and that's fouled back to the right side. And that'll make it 0-2 for Andrew Cole.
Florio doing a good job again of getting up in the count, giving himself some pitches to work with here with 2 strikes.
Yeah, Cole's just going to look to protect right here, it seems. Here comes the pitch, and he'll take that for a ball. It was way high. Able to lay off there. 1-2 count now for Cole. Here comes Florio. Swung on, and that's fouled back again to the right. Cole just staying alive here. He's doing a great job at it.
Yeah, off-speed pitch there. Was able just to foul it off. Definitely would have been a strike if he let it go, so good job there to give himself another chance in this at-bat.
And here comes the 1-2 pitch from Florio. And it's in there for a called strike 3 on the inside part of the plate. That was a pretty close call there.
Yeah, really good pitch there by Florio. Started that one at Cole's kneecaps, and it moved towards the inside corner for strike 3.
Up next for Lehigh, we have number 12, their designated hitter, Joe Gorla. Here comes his first pitch, and that's fouled back to the right side. Oh, 1 count now with 2 outs and a man on first. And here comes Florio with the pitch. And Gorla will take that, and it's called strike number 2. .02 count now for Gorla. Another difficult count for Lehigh batters against Florio. He's going to have to look to protect here. Here comes the pitch, and that'll be a high ball.
Yeah, common theme in the last couple innings. Florio getting ahead on these Lehigh batters and forcing them into tough situations.
Yeah, it's allowed him not only to induce some weak contact, but bring out some strikeouts as well.
Yep.
And here comes the pitch, and it's swung on, and it's a foul ball down the right field line. Some good contact there for Gorla, but just couldn't keep it fair.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Florio goes with here. Gorla was behind on the fastball there, so it seems like he might stick with that pitch, but we'll see what he does.
As here comes the 1-2, and Gorla will lay off of it for ball number 2, trying to work his way back into this count.
Yeah, good job here fighting off some tough pitches and staying alive for Lehigh.
2-2 count here for Florio, likely looking for his third strikeout of the inning. Here comes the pitch, swung on and fouled back again to the right side. Gorla just continues to stay alive.
Yep, staying alive. Is still a little bit behind on the fastball, which isn't a bad thing with the open hole on the right side of the infield.
Here comes the 2-2 from Florio. Swung on, grounded to the left side, but foul.
So breaking ball there by Florio that Gorla was ahead of. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think you should go with here?
I mean, I'm almost say go back to the fastball.
Yeah, I
Up
agree.
high.
Yeah, I agree. I'd go up and in with the fastball too.
It's tough for Florio when a guy fouls off this many pitches. He's seen all your pitches. Here comes the 2-2, swung on, contact out to left center field, and that'll drop in front of the left fielder, and that'll be a single for Joe Gorla.
Yeah.
As Justin Butler moves up to second base.
Great at bat there by Gorla. Stayed with a lot of those tough pitches, found one he could hit, and was able to drive it into left center field.
Up next for Lehigh is their second baseman, number 2, Don Patrizzi. Now first and second for Lehigh with 2 outs. Patrizzi looking for a big hit right here to extend their lead.
Yeah, definitely a good opportunity here for Lehigh.
He's 1 for 1 so far this game with a single in the second and a walk in the fourth.
Yeah, good hitter up here. A base hit will probably score a run.
So here comes the first pitch from Florio. That's in there for ball number 1. One-0 count here for Patrizzi. Florio into his windup. Here comes the pitch, and it's ball number 2. 2-0 count. Finally a hitter-friendly count.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking the same thing.
Certainly looking to do some damage after Gorla was able to fight off that 0-2 count. Here comes the pitch, and that's ball number 3 in the dirt. 3-0 count for Patrizzi.
Let's see how aggressive Patrizzi is here.
Wouldn't expect him to be swinging, but with a man on first and second, he may be looking to get that base hit if Florio puts one in the zone. Here comes the pitch, and that'll be a called strike 1 in the zone, so it looks like he wasn't swinging.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I don't think that's a definite take spot because Florio's been throwing a lot of strikes, and Patrizzi has been hot recently.
Here comes the 3-1, swung on, and that's flied up to right center field, and the right fielder is able to come in on it and make the catch for out number 3. So a little 2-out rally there, stifled by Lafayette, and Lehigh leaves the inning with no runs, but they still lead 5-4 going into the top of the 7th. And we're back for the top of the 7th in this Lehigh baseball game. Lehigh still leads 5-4. Shane O'Neill is coming out for his 3rd inning of work on the mound as number 2, their catcher, Ethan Swidler, leads it off for Lafayette. Here comes the first pitch from O'Neill. Swung on, and that's popped up to the left side. Looks like Parrish is going to get under it. The shortstop calls him off and makes the catch. And that's out number 1.
Yeah, good job there by Young calling off Parrish. That's always a tougher play for the third baseman, having to backpedal to get that one. Young had a good angle there, called him off, and was able to make the play for the first out of the inning.
And up next for Lafayette is their shortstop, number 23, Blaze Fadio. First pitch is in there, swinging, contact to the right side. Second baseman ranges over to his left to make the play and throw to first. 2 pitches, 2 outs for Shane O'Neill. Efficient work.
Definitely. Looks like we have a pinch hitter here, Caleb Willis for Lafayette.
Number 3, Caleb Willis, has a 196 average on the season with a 397 on-base percentage and a 353 slugging percentage.
Yeah, so even though his average doesn't look good, that 397 on-base percentage is pretty solid, as he gets on base almost 40% of the time.
Yeah, 11 walks in just 51 at-bats is pretty impressive. As here comes the pitch from O'Neill, in there for a called strike 1. And here comes the 0-1. That'll be in there for a ball 1. 1-1 count now for Willis. As here comes the 1-1 pitch. And he checks his swing, but he went, so that'll be a swinging strike number 2. Brings the count to 1-2. Tough spot for Willis here, 1-2. 2 outs and no men on. Here comes the pitch. And it's in there for ball number 2. And here comes the 2-2 pitch from O'Neill. And that's in there for ball number 3. Well, after retiring the first 2 batters on just 2 pitches, he's now at a full count here against Willis.
Yeah, good take there by Willis.
Here comes the pitch, and that'll be ball number 4 high. So he walks Willis. It's good work there from him.
Yeah, as my partner mentioned before the at-bat, Willis has a high walk rate. So not too surprising there that he was able to lay off a couple close pitches to get on base for Lafayette.
Up next for Lafayette, we have another pinch hitter. This time number 9, Justin Greach, coming in to pinch hit for Parker Walsh. O'Neill throws over to first to keep Willis close. Here comes the first pitch of the at-bat, and it's in there for ball number 1.
Yeah, Greach has a 169 average, but has a pretty decent on-base percentage at a 349.
And O'Neill throws over to first again, but Willis is able to slide in safely. No tag from Rother. Here comes the pitch, swung on, and that's flied out to left field. Not able to get there, and that'll go in for a base hit. Greach is going to second. Willis gets all the way to third, but is unable to score on the double.
Yeah,
Big hit there from Greach, the
yeah,
pinch hitter.
Definitely. Really 2 good at-bats there by 2 Lafayette pinch hitters. Sometimes it's tough to come off the bench in that sort of spot, but they both did a really good job to give their team a chance to score here in the 7th.
Especially against a pitcher as hot as O'Neill right now.
Yeah.
Up next for Lafayette, they have the top of the lineup. Number 6, their first baseman, Kyle Shimoleski. First pitch is in there for a ball. Second and third now with 2 outs. Base hit could take the lead for Lafayette. As here comes the 1-0 pitch from O'Neal. That's ball number 2. It's almost certainly the biggest spot in the game so far.
Yeah, O'Neal needs to try to find it here. Wind's picking up. Conditions might be getting a little tougher. Needs to start throwing some strikes.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. That's ball number 3. Oh, my bad, folks. That's a called strike. Inside part of the plate there. He was able to get the call.
Yeah, close pitch.
2-1 count now for Shimoleski. And here comes O'Neal. And that's a high ball.
High and inside there. 3-1 now. Hitters count here for Shimoleski. It'll be interesting to see how aggressive he is.
First base is open, but I don't expect O'Neal to back down here. Here comes the 3-1 pitch from O'Neal. And that's in there for ball number 4. And Shimoleski does walk to first base to load the bases for Lafayette. Up next for Lafayette will be number 8, Patrick Vandenberg. Looks like O'Neal may be coming out of the game here as the coach walks to the mound to talk to him.
Well, looks like a pitching change as the crowd gives him a little bit of an ovation here.
Still some excellent work from O'Neal. 2.2 innings there. He got 4 strikeouts in that time, striking out the whole side in the 6th inning, back to back to back.
And the crowd is really excited here as Will Grisick is coming on to relieve O'Neal.
Will Grisick has been electric this season. He's got a 2.12 ERA in 17 innings pitched with 13 strikeouts and just 4 walks.
Yeah, definitely the right pitcher for this situation where you got to throw strikes with the bases loaded.
Still 2 outs, so if he can just get the 1 batter out, Lehigh is able to get out of this jam. Lafayette's upcoming batter, Patrick Vandenberg, is 0 for 3 so far this game, with a fly out to left, and a grounder to first, and a pop out to the third baseman. Vandenberg's hitting .276 on the season with a .421 on base and a .448 slugging. So some good numbers here, but in just 29 at-bats so far. He's only played in 14 games, 8 starts.
Yeah, definitely really good numbers there. If he can, find a way to walk or potentially get a hit, Lafayette could tie or take the lead.
Yeah, this is a huge moment in the game right now for Vandenberg and Will Grisick. Here comes the first pitch from Grisick. It's in there for a ball, as Vandenberg starts it off with a 1-0 count. And here comes the 1-0 from Grisick. And that's a called strike right there. Right on the edge of the zone. 1-1 count. The crowd is really getting into it here.
They can sense the importance of this at-bat.
Here comes the 1-1. Some contact and it's fouled back to the right side. 1-2 count now. Grisick looking to finish Vandenberg off here.
Important here for Vandenberg to at least put something in play, put some pressure on the defense.
Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strikeout for Grisick to end the inning and strand the bases loaded. Huge out there as we go into the bottom of the 7th. Lehigh leads 5-4. And we are back for the bottom of the seventh after an electric top of the seventh where Will Grisick was able to strand the bases loaded for Lafayette. Lehigh is now going to try and put some runs on the board. Lafayette's bringing in a new pitcher. Number 32, Chase Barley, is now on the mound.
Yeah, Barley has a 10.57 ERA and 15.1 innings. And he's going to try to shut the top of the Lehigh lineup down here to keep it a one-run game.
Another lefty on the mound as well for Lafayette, as Lehigh has their top of the lineup coming up with number 1, their center fielder, Jake Whitlinger, up first this inning. Here comes the first pitch from Barley, and Whitlinger will take that for a called strike 1. Lehigh really looking to extend their lead here after a scary top of the 7th. Just before this. Here comes the 0-1, and that's a ball. 1-1 count now for Whitlinger. Here comes the 1-1 from Barley, swung on and grounded just past the first baseman, and Whitlinger is on base with a single. Right fielder bobbled it a bit, and he almost made a turn for second, but he heads back to first. That'd be a leadoff single for Whitlinger.
Yeah, Whitlinger did a good job there of taking advantage of the open right side of the infield that we have been talking about for most of the game. Put a good swing on that ball to get on base to start the inning for Lehigh.
Now up next for Lehigh, we have their shortstop, number 10, Tyler Young. So far, he's 0 for 3 this game, but has been hitting well for Lehigh this season. Looking to make his mark here. And he squares up to bunt. He pops it up to the first base side, but no one gets to it. And he's going to get on first base with a bunt single as Whitlinger moves to second. Wow.
Wow, yeah, really good play there by Young. You know, he popped the bunt up a little bit, but he saw that the first baseman wasn't charging, so put it down that line, was able to get on base, reach on the bunt, and now he got first and second with nobody out with the heart of the order coming up, so huge opportunity here for Lehigh.
Yeah, indeed, and they're having a mound visit right now, talking to Barley, who just came in for this inning. Florio had actually been keeping Lehigh at bay quite well. He had gone 4.2 innings, which seems like quite a lot for him. He's only got 18 innings in 10 appearances this season.
Yeah, I think some of those Lehigh hitters were definitely relieved to see him come out of the game and see a fresh arm out there.
And now we'll see what Casey Rother can do next for Lehigh with 2 quick runners on the bases right now, at first and second. Possible base hit could score both of them.
First baseman, number 23.
Number 23, their first baseman, Casey Rother, is now up to bat.
Yeah, definitely the guy you want up here. Leads the team in extra base hits, and really good spot here for him.
He's 0 for 3 this game, so he's looking to make his mark as well. The first pitch is in there for a ball away. Do you think he's due?
Yeah, I think so. Look for that right center gap here.
And here comes the 1-0 from Barley, and it's a swing and a miss from Rother for his first strike. Yeah, that right side of the infield is cleared out once again. And Whitlinger was able to take advantage of that with his single. Here comes the 1-1 to Rother. Swung on, grounded to third base. He steps on the bag and throws to first.
Wow.
And Rother is out. Double play for Lafayette. That is huge for them.
Yeah, just totally a momentum killer in this inning for Lehigh. A great play there by Ingram. Stepped on the third base bag, made a pretty strong throw to first, and was able to get a double play there to halt Lehigh's momentum.
Not what Lehigh wanted.
No, not at all.
Up next for Lehigh is third baseman number 34, Rafe Parrish. He had a home run earlier in the game to start off Lehigh scoring, so he's going to look to get another big hit here. As the first pitch is in there for ball number 1 inside. I'm sure Chase Barley is calmed down a lot by that double play. Really helps him get into his groove.
Yeah, 100%. Always nice to see your defense making a good play for you to help you get out of a jam.
Here comes the 1-0. And Parrish will watch that go. Is ball number 2. This time away. 2-0 count now for Parrish. Good hitters count for him to do something here.
Yeah, pretty big lead here on second base by Young. I don't assume he'll be going with 2 outs, but just something to note.
Here comes the 2-0. Swung on, and that's a high fly ball. Out to shallow right field. He's coming in, and the right fielder makes the catch on the run, and that'll end the inning for Lehigh. Well, it looked pretty promising with 2 men on and no outs. Turns into 0 runs for Lehigh. They still hold the lead 5-4 as we move into the top of the 8th. All right, and we are back for the top of the 8th between Lehigh and Lafayette University in the baseball game. Lehigh still leads 5-4. Will Grisick will be coming back out on the mound after getting a huge strikeout last inning with the bases loaded to strand Lafayette. Leading the inning off for Lafayette will be right fielder number 24, Pete Ciuffreda.
Yeah, pretty important inning here for both teams. Heart of the order for Lafayette. Let's see if Grisick could shut him down.
Here comes the first pitch. And it's in there for a ball that looked like a pretty good pitch. I'm surprised it wasn't called a strike.
Yeah, crowd wasn't happy with that one.
Here comes the 1-0. Swung on, deep fly ball to right field. He's back, and it's over the wall. That was crushed.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, that was crushed.
And that'll be a solo shot for Pete Ciuffreda to tie it up here for Lafayette at 5-5. Not what you want to see.
Yeah, huge hit there. Giving Ciuffreda his 9th home run of the year, team leading, and he tied the game at 5.
Now up for Lafayette, looking to continue the momentum. It's number 16, their designated hitter, Michael Zarillo. And the first pitch is a ball inside. Zarillo's 0 for 3 this game with 2 strikeouts. Grisick gonna try and find his groove here again after that home run. Looks like we've got a stoppage here. First base umpire is talking to a coach from the Lafayette dugout. Not sure what's going on here. Well, the coach is heading back and the umpire is heading back to his position.
Yeah, not sure what that was, but it looks like the issue got resolved and we're ready to play baseball.
Here comes the 1-0. Swung on, and that's a deep line out to left field. And that's going to go all the way to the wall. And Zerillo is in there with a double.
Yeah, good piece of hitting there by Zerillo. Stayed with that one, able to drive it out to left field, and he's pretty pumped, igniting his team here with some energy on second base.
Yeah, Lafayette and their dugout are going insane right now after that home run and now this double. Up next for Lafayette, we have number 5, their third baseman, Safe Ingram, who hit the huge RBI double back in the 4th inning. First pitch is in there, and that's a strike, swinging.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good game so far. He's also made some nice plays on the defensive end to help prevent some hits and help prevent some base runners reaching.
Here comes the pitch. He squares up to bunt, but he pulls it back. And that'll be a ball. Now have a 1-1 count.
Really interesting there. Swung at strike 1 and then tried to bunt after the first pitch.
Yeah, still got no outs, so getting that guy to third may help. And he squares up to bunt again, but he pulls back for another ball.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna try to bunt here. Rother at first isn't charging for Lehigh, so a bunt down the first baseline will probably get the guy from second over.
Goes to bunt again, and he pops it foul towards the right side.
Yeah, smart pitch there by Grisick. He threw it inside there to make it very hard to bunt. So now at 2 strikes, the bunt is almost definitely off.
Yep, 2-2 count here. Grisick looking to put him away. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. It's in the dirt. Catcher picks it up, and he's able to... He throws to first, and he bounces the throw. Rother can't handle it. And then Zerillo goes to third. So we have a strikeout, but Ingram advances to first, and Zerillo advances to third.
Yeah, little drop third strike there. Not such a good throw there, and Rother wasn't able to handle it at first. He knocked it down, but the runner was safe. And also, Zerillo was able to advance to third on the throw, so now we got first and third with nobody out.
And up next for Lafayette is the catcher, number 2, Ethan Swidler, who hit a home run earlier in the game. He squares up to bunt on the first pitch, and he pulls it back as it's a ball.
Yeah, it looks like Lafayette might be attempting a little bit of a safety squeeze here. So the Lehigh infielders have to really charge the ball here if they want to try to get the guy from third out at home.
Yeah, they've got the whole infield in. Rother holding him on at first. Next pitch is in there for another ball. Two-0 count right here for Swidler. Here comes the pitch. That's strike number 1 right there. I think Grisick needed that.
Yeah, important pitch there.
Always really tough when you get a guy to strike out and you get the drop third strike and you can't put him away at first.
Yeah, exactly. Never a good feeling there as a pitcher.
And here comes the 2-1 pitch, and he's going to second.
Yeah, Lehigh basically conceded the stolen base there. No attempt at a throw.
Ingram just takes it easily. Now we have second and third for Lafayette. No chance at a double play now.
Yeah, 3-1 count here.
Here comes the pitch. Swung on, and that's fouled back. Full count now. Strikeout from Grisick would be huge.
Yeah, really important pitch here. A base open, but you definitely don't want to give it, so I assume he's going to probably challenge him with another fastball here.
And here comes the payoff pitch. Swung on, grounded back to the pitcher. He bobbles it, throws to first, and he's out.
Yeah, good job by Grisick there. Yeah, bobbled it a little bit, was sort of trying to check the runner at third and field at the same time, but was able to pick it up and throw his guy out at first to get the first out of the inning. Really important out there.
23, Blaze Fadio.
And up next for Lafayette is their shortstop, number 23, Blaze Fadio. Still second and third here for Lafayette. 1 out now. No double play, though. And first pitch is in there for ball number 1. Again, this is just a huge moment for Will Grisick. Strikeout would be the perfect outcome here.
Yeah, strikeout or pop out, something like that.
Here comes the 1-0. Swung on, fouled back for strike number 1. This game has just gotten very tense for Lehigh in these 7th and 8th innings.
Yeah, most of the Lehigh infielders are playing on the edge of the grass here, so it looks like they'll be coming home.
And here comes the 1-1. Swung on, and that's a deep fly ball to center field. Willinger is underneath it. Will make the catch.
Gonna get the runner
Throw
home.
into the cutoff man, and both runners will tag. So Zarillo will score on the sac fly, and Ingram moves himself over to third.
Yeah, just really good job there by Fadio. Just needed a ball in there or a base hit to get a runner home, and he was able to execute really well to give Lafayette their first lead of the game.
Yeah, it is now 6-5 Lafayette, not what Lehigh was looking for.
Yeah, definitely not.
Left fielder,
Up
number
next
3,
for
Caleb
Lafayette is number 3, Caleb Willis, their left fielder, who came in the game last inning to pinch hit and got a walk. First pitch is in there as a called strike.
Yeah, high walk rate for Willis. He likes to see a lot of pitches, so you definitely got to throw him strikes if you want to get him out.
He's got to be looking to make contact here, try and get a base hit to score another run. Here comes the 0-1. That's in there for a ball low. One count now for Willis. As here comes the pitch from Grisick. That's a ball away. Yeah, like we talked about, Willis has a great eye at the plate and has a propensity to work the count a lot. 2-1 count here. Here comes the pitch, and he lays off of it for ball number 3.
Great take, really close pitch. Crowd not happy with that one.
I think that's a good pitch from Will Grisick. I think sometimes you just don't get those borderline calls.
Yeah, I agree.
Now he's got to put in a really good pitch for this 3-1 right here. Swung on, deep fly ball to left center field, and Whitlinger is able to come in and make the catch to retire the inning. Well, Lafayette scores 2 and is able to take the lead 6-5 against Lehigh. Lehigh will look to respond in the bottom of the 8th. we are coming back in the bottom of the 8th of this Lehigh matchup in baseball. Lehigh took a commanding 5-0 lead, and Lafayette has come all the way back to take the lead now 6-5. Lehigh will look to respond. Lafayette has a new pitcher on the mound, number 34, James Reese.
Yeah, Reese has a 3.86 ERA this year, 14 innings pitched, and a save. So definitely a guy that Lafayette trusts late in games with a lead.
Leading off for
he's a right-handed pitcher.
Leading off for Lehigh, we have number 3, their left fielder, Jared Sweeney. He's 0 for 3 so far this game with 2 strikeouts and a grounded into a double play. First pitch is in there as a called strike. Sweeney just looking to get on base here. And here comes the 0-1. And he takes that for strike number 2. Some good work by Reese here to put the ball in the zone early. Looks like the umpire has just issued a warning to Lehigh's third base coach. Not sure what he said there. Here comes the 0-2 from Reese. Swung on and fouled back. Sweeney staying alive in the count.
Yeah, Reese is coming right after him. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. So Sweeney has to just try to protect here, try to put something in play.
And here comes the pitch. And that's ball number 1, outside. Good eye from Sweeney there to take that. We'll see if Reese tries to get him to chase or goes right back in the zone. Here comes the 1-2. Swung on and fouled back to the right side.
Looked like an off-speed pitch there, maybe. Good job protecting there by Sweeney.
Yeah, you need to. As here comes the 1-2 from Reese. And Sweeney takes it for ball number 2. That was up high as well. 2-2 count now for Sweeney as he's battling back. And here comes the pitch from Reese. Swung on, fly ball to right field, and right field's going to come in and make the grab. 1 out in the inning. So not the kind of contact Sweeney wanted.
Yeah, soft contact there.
Up next, we have their catcher, number 19, Justin Butler, who's been huge for them this game. He hit a home run early in the 2nd inning. Also got on base with a hit by pitch in the 6th, but was unable to score. Here comes the pitch from Reese, and he'll take that as called strike 1. And here comes the 0-1 from Reese. Swung on and fouled back to the right side by Butler. Stuck in an 0-2 count now.
Again, Reese going right after another Lehigh hitter here.
Yeah, it's a good approach to take. Get them on their heels early. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed by Justin Butler.
So, yeah, I'm sort of paying attention to this little thing that Reese is doing, something I've noticed here in the early going. Not sure if this is totally correct, but his foot placement on the mound when he throws a fastball, he plants his right foot off to the right of the pitcher's mound. And when that was a ball there, by the way, and when he's throwing an off-speed pitch, his right foot plants more towards the middle. Not sure if Lehigh hitters have noticed it.
I think you may be right. Interesting stuff there.
Like right there was an off-speed pitch that he planted in the middle. Previous pitch was a fastball. He planted on the right. So I think it'll be interesting to see if he continues to do that.
At bat right now is Lehigh's right fielder, number 4, Andrew Cole. He took a ball for his first pitch, and then he looked at a strike for the second pitch, and third pitch just came in as a ball.
Yeah, good hitters count here for Cole. Let's see if he can do some damage.
And here comes the 2-1. And he takes that for ball number 3. 3-1 now for Cole. He's going to try and do something here with 2 outs, spark a rally. Here comes the pitch from Reese. It's a called strike 2. Good pitch there from James Reese.
Yeah, let's see if Reese stays with the heat here.
Full count. Here's the payoff pitch. And Andrew Cole swings and goes. He thought he checked his swing. First base ump says no. And that's a strikeout to end the 8th inning for Lehigh, as they are still down 6-5 going into the top of the 9th. And we are back for the top of the 9th between Lehigh and Lafayette baseball. Lafayette has a 6-5 lead right now and is looking to add to it. Will Grisick is back on the mound as number 9, their center fielder Justin Greach, is leading off the inning for Lafayette. First pitch is in there as a called strike. Greach came in as a pinch hitter in the 7th inning and hit a double. Here comes the 0-1 from Grisick. And he looks at it for strike number 2. Good 0-2 count now for Grisick, attacking him early.
Yeah, definitely trying to go after these hitters. Don't want to put anyone on base.
And here comes the pitch, and that'll be a ball outside. So 1-2 count here. Gonna be tough for Greach. He's gonna have to lay off those pitches like that while also staying alive against the pitches in the zone. Here comes the 1-2, and he looks at it for ball number 2. He is battling back in this count.
Yeah, good eye there by Greach.
Grisick unable to get him to chase. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, and that's a grounder up the middle. The shortstop ranges to his left, makes the play, and throws to first, and Greach is out. Slid head first into first base, which generally I'm not a fan of.
Yeah, you don't see that very often, especially into first base. Good play there by Young. Knew he had to hurry with the throw and was able to get his guy.
Now up for Lafayette, their first baseman, number 6, Kyle Shimoleski.
Yeah, back to the top of the lineup here.
And here comes the pitch. Swung on, and that's a fly ball to right field. And comes in and makes the grab easily. That's out number 2 for Lafayette.
Good play there by Cole. Got a good jump on it. Was able to make the play for the second out.
Second baseman, number 8, Patrick Vandenberg.
Up next for Lafayette is their second baseman, number 8, Patrick Vandenberg. One of a few lefties in this lineup.
Yeah, I want to go after this guy. Don't want to face Sufreda again.
First pitch is in there as a called strike. Grisick really trying to throw strikes here early in the counts. Here comes the 0-1, and he takes it for ball number 1.
Close pitch there. Looked like an off-speed pitch just off the outside corner.
Vandenberg is 0 for 4 so far this game. Here comes the 1-1, and he looks at it for ball 2. A little low there. Two-one count now for Grisick. Here comes the pitch, and it's in there for ball number 3. Grisick just trying to get one in the zone here to put Vandenberg on his heels, but can't quite get the call.
Yeah, hitter's count here for Vandenberg.
Here comes the 3-1, and he looks at it for ball number 4, and he will take his base. A walk for Vandenberg.
Yeah, I don't think Grisick wanted to do that at all. Now you got to face Sufreda, who homered his last time against Grisick with a runner on base.
Yeah, this is again going to be a very tense moment for Lehigh. The catcher going out to talk to him.
Not surprising.
Need a solid game plan to face this guy, Chufreda.
Yeah, definitely.
He's 2 for 4 so far today with the home run that we mentioned in the 8th.
I look at this, and they're intentionally walking him with a runner on first.
Wow.
Which is really interesting. And
That is
honestly,
interesting.
not a bad decision, I don't think.
Not terrible. With 2 outs, all you need to focus on is the guy up to bat. And if Chufreda is the one guy you don't want to face, might as well not face him. As the coach is now coming out to the mound to talk to Grisick with the catcher. Lafayette's designated hitter number 16, Michael Zarillo, will be the next batter.
This guy's tough too, though. He has the best batting average on the team, and he doubled his last time up against Grisick.
He's also a switch hitter, so he'll be batting lefty here.
The designated hitter number 16, Michael Zarillo.
It's 1 for 4 so far with the double in the 8th, in which he then came around and scored the go-ahead run for Lafayette. And here comes the pitch from Grisick. It's ball 1 outside. Very tense moment. You can sense it in the crowd's silence right now.
Yeah, you really gotta shut it down here.
Here comes the 1-0, and it's in there for a called strike 1.
Good pitch there. Off-speed pitch, right in the zone.
That's
Good job there.
Yeah, that's what you want to see from him. And here comes the 1-1. Swung on and fouled straight back. Scared me a little bit right there.
Yeah, same here.
1-2 count now. Good shot for Will Grisick to end the inning right here.
Yeah, let's see what he goes with here.
And here comes the pitch from Grisick. Swung on, and that's a deep fly ball to center field.
That's
Whitlinger going
crushed.
back, and that hits the wall. Whitlinger can't get to it. It's going to be at least a double for Zarillo. He stops at second. Both runners score. It is now 8-5 Lafayette off of Zarillo's 2-run double.
Yeah, that ball was smoked. Looked like a fastball there that caught a little too much plate. And Zarillo was able to just stay with it, line it right back up to center field, and that ball hit right off the middle of the wall, right at the 400 marker in center field. So
Yeah.
he really got all of that and crushed it.
Up next for Lafayette, we have number 5, their third baseman, Safe Ingram. First pitch is in there for a called strike. He actually reached base safely last inning on a drop third strike. Oh, 1 count here. Here comes the pitch, and that's a ball outside. 1-1 count now for Ingram.
Got to try to limit the damage here. Can't really allow any more runs. Got to give your team a chance to, win it in the ninth.
Here comes the 1-1. Swung on, and that's a fly ball to center field. Whitlinger gets under it, and he will make the grab to make the third out of the inning. But nonetheless, Lafayette scores 2 more runs to extend their lead to 3. They are leading 8-5 as we enter our final inning for Lehigh to make a comeback. And we are back for the bottom of the ninth of this Lehigh-Lafayette baseball game. Lafayette currently leads 8-5 after extending their lead by 2 runs in the top of the ninth. This is Lehigh's last chance to try and come back and take the victory. Number 12, designated hitter Joe Gorla is leading it off for Lehigh. First pitch is in there for a ball. Here comes the 1-0. That's a called strike 1.
Yeah, important here for Gorla to try to get on base here, to swing it back around to the top of the lineup and get some momentum here for Lehigh in this last inning.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That's in there for a called strike 2. Tough call right there for Gorla. It was on the inside part of the plate. He's gotten on 2 times already today with a walk and a single. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. And that's going to be a ball inside and a low. 2-2 count for Gorla, looking to make something happen. Here comes the pitch from Reese. Called strike 3 on the inside part. Similar to the strike 2 call. Gorla did not like that, but he's walking back.
Yeah, really solid pitch there by Reese. Late break, it looked like maybe a slider, and he was able to strike out Gorla there.
Now we have number 2, Lehigh's second baseman, Dom Patrizzi, up to bat. Here comes the pitch. That's in there for a called strike 1. As we've mentioned before, Reese really likes to attack the zone early in counts and put strikes in there. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that's a ball inside. Good take there from Patrizzi.
Again, in this inning, I'm still noticing the same thing about Reese with his plant foot. I'm wondering if the Lehigh hitters are also noticing it.
Here comes the 1-1. And that's also a ball inside. Yeah, tipping is always a huge thing when you're pitching. Although Reese has got some electric stuff, it seems. It may not even seem to matter. Or the Lehigh hitters just don't notice it. And here comes the 2-1, swung on, and that's hard contact between the first and second baseman. And Patrizzi is on with a single.
Yeah, good job there by Patrizzi. Really timed that one up really well. And you're right, Reese does have some electric stuff. But good job there by Patrizzi. Got to get on to give your team a chance to, potentially tie or take the lead in this inning.
Up next for Lehigh is number 1 center fielder Jake Whitlinger. He already has 2 hits today, a single and a double in 4 at-bats. As the first pitch is in for a ball.
It'll be interesting to see how aggressive Whitlinger is here. You still need another runner on to bring the tying run to the plate.
1-0 pitch comes in, and that's another ball. 2-0 count now. Yeah, I think Whitlinger is probably just looking to get on base here.
Yeah, I think this is a take spot here.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch from Reese, and that's a called strike inside. Way inside. The crowd is very upset by that call.
Yeah, crowd was not happy with that one. Looked like it might have been a little inside.
2-1 count now. Whitlinger's going to have to get back that and focus on just getting on base. Here comes the pitch and hit hard towards the left side between the third and baseman and shortstop to the left fielder. And Whitlinger's going for 2, and he slides in with a double as Patrizzi moves to third. Huge double there from Whitlinger in the bottom of the 9th here.
Yeah, great job there by Whitlinger. Saw a pitch he liked, drove it right between the third and shortstop, and really good base running by both players. The left fielder bobbled the ball there, so they're able to advance on the error. I think we count that as an error, right?
We count that as an error?
I don't know. I mean,
doesn't look like they're counting it as an error.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Some good aggressive base running, though, there from Whitlinger for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say that was a double, though. I don't know. Anyway, tying run at the plate right now. Leah's got one of their best hitters up here now, and Tyler Young. A hit should be able to cut the lead down to 1. So let's see what he can do here.
He had a single back in the 7th. That's his only hit today in 4 at-bats. It's a huge spot here for Lehigh if they can drive some runs in. And Reese steps off the mound. Looks like he needs to gather himself a little bit.
Yeah, important spot here.
And here comes the first pitch. And that's in there for another called strike on the inside part of the plate.
Yeah, it seems like one of Reese's favorite pitches there, the off-speed pitch that starts right at the batter's kneecaps and sort of just breaks towards the inside part of the plate.
And here comes the 0-1, swung on, and that's fouled back toward the left side. 0-2 count now for Tyler Young. Yeah, that pitch really seems to be his bread and butter, especially when the ump is giving him those strike calls on the inside part of the plate.
2 strikes here, gotta just try to protect.
Tough spot here for Tyler Young.
Yep.
And here comes the pitch from Reese, swung on and fouled off to the right side. Tyler Young stays alive in this at-bat.
Yeah, good job there. Good pitch by Reese there. Tried to blow that fastball right by him on the outside part of the plate, and Young was able to foul it off to stay alive.
And here comes the 0-2 again. Swung on, grounder to third base. He's going to field it cleanly and throw to first to get Tyler Young out. But Don Patrizzi is able to come home and score. That makes the game 8-6 now. But the out brings Lehigh just 1 out away from losing.
Yeah, good play there by Ingram taking the out at first. That runner that scored really doesn't matter that much for Lafayette, because if Lehigh were to get another hit, he'd score anyway. So Lehigh's down to the final out now.
At bat now is Lehigh's first baseman, number 23, Casey Rother. First pitch is in there for a called strike.
Got to try to be aggressive here if you're Rother. Obviously, a home run will tie the game.
He is tied for the team lead in home runs right here, so it's
Yeah.
not out of the question.
Would be a good time for one.
Here comes the 0-1. And that's a called strike 2. Lehigh down to their final strike here.
Yeah, Reese going right after Rother with 2 straight fastballs.
We'll see if he pulls out the off speed on the inside part of the plate right here.
Yeah.
And here comes the 0-2. Swung on and fouled back. Rother stays alive and subsequently keeps Lehigh's chances alive.
Yeah, it looks like Reese went back to the fastball there. Rother just got a piece of it to keep Lehigh alive in this game. Still 0-2.
Reese into his windup. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and fouled back to the right side again. Rother really just trying to stay alive here. That's all he can do. Hopefully he gets a good pitch to put in play.
Good pitch there again by Reese. Fastball on the outside corner. And sort of an emergency swing there by Rother to stay alive.
Yeah, Reese's stuff here is really hard to put a good barrel on. As here comes the pitch. That's a ball high. Rother rightfully stays off of that one.
Tried to fool him with the off-speed pitch there, but wasn't able to find the mark with it.
1-2 count now. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and fouled back again.
Looks like he went to his bread and butter pitch there with the off-speed on the inside part of the plate.
Yep,
But Rother was able to stay alive.
it's a difficult one to hit, but Rother just fouls it off again. Comes another 1-2 pitch. Swung on, that's a high fly ball out to center field, right center. And the right fielder is going to range over, make the grab for out number 3. And Lafayette completes their comeback against Lehigh, and they win 8-6. This was Zachary Porter and Jaden Yohai on the call today from the Lehigh Student Sports Broadcasting Club. We hope you'll join us tomorrow for a doubleheader of softball games. Signing off.